New Frock? And how does that work into the grand scheme of things? I'm going to tell you. Let's get into it.
Never gonna stop now, baby.
Welcome, everybody, to the house that is officially mad. If you're new around here, please consider supporting me by smashing that subscribe button and clicking on that notification bell so that you can be nosy with everybody else, just like I like to be, and you'll know when I've uploaded a video. There are ways that you can support me. I'll put all that shebang in the description box below. Always keep a note of what's going on in that description box because you never know what links I'm going to put in there without even telling you. So without much further ado, let's get into the past week. I'd like to start by saying, again, not a doctor. Full disclaimer, not a doctor. If you want doctor advice, you've got Dr. Ken Berry, Dr. Anthony Chaffee, Dr. Sean Baker, and countless other carnivore-related doctors that are there to answer your questions. Okay? Case in point, if you're on a PC, there are ways that you can go to the channel itself and search in that channel for something specific. I don't quite know how you do that on a phone. Haven't worked that out yet for some reason. But I want to talk about research and what's prompted me to mention it. My video from Thursday last week was, why am I priming? My education on priming is not vast yet. There are plenty of people out there that have done a lot of priming videos. In fact, in that video, I put a link to Dr. Chaffee talking about priming. I do suggest, and I'll put it in this description box as well, I suggest if you don't know what it is, please do some research. Somebody like myself who has only just started researching priming really is not in a position to answer that question completely. Not yet. Nowhere near it. But why am I mentioning this? It's very simple, okay? I put in my video last week what I understood it to be. Okay, what I understand it to be is to increase the amount that you're eating in the way of meat to give your body nourishment so that your body feels safe so that it can heal. Okay? I'm sure there's a lot more to it than that, but I did put that in the video last week. However, I got a comment saying, what is priming? What I'm not sure of is whether they didn't watch the video and just thought they'd get a shortcut and get me to answer the question. Not going to happen. I'm not going to rehash something that I've just spoken about in a video. I'm just not. Watch the video. And do some research. We've all had to, okay? When we start this journey, it's quite unlike any dietary lifestyle change that you've ever really embarked upon. You really do need to take some responsibility for your own journey by doing your own research, by using the search bar that is above this video in YouTube. There is also a way, as I said, in any specific channel that you can search for a specific thing within that channel on a PC. I would imagine that if you're on your phone and there's no way of doing that, you'd have to, so like if I was going to look up priming on Steak and Butter Gal's channel, okay, I would type in Steak and Butter Gal priming, and it should come up with the information that you need. Same thing with any of the doctors. If you want to look up something that Dr. Ken Berry has talked about, like minerals and vitamins. So if you're on your phone, type in Dr. Ken Berry, vitamins and minerals, or just vitamins, or just minerals. You need to take some responsibility for the journey that you're embarking upon and do your research. My knowledge is limited. There are plenty of people out there that have so much knowledge and information on this journey. They are better people to ask, and the doctors definitely But the point here is you have to take responsibility for the research that you do, which means you start using the search bar in YouTube, search bar in Google. Do your own research. You will retain it better if you read it yourself. Okay? This last week I'm feeling very indifferent today. I'm not up, I'm not down. I'm sort of like, meh, meh. Who doesn't have days like that? We all have them. And that's where I am today. I'm fine though. I'm not unhappy. I'm not depressed. I'm really looking forward to starting the priming on the 1st of September. Cannot wait. I'm just really curious to see what that's going to do to my body composition. And speaking of body composition, let's talk about this frock, shall we? I think we do need to talk about it. So this frock, well, it has history. My mother bought it for herself yonkers ago. She wore it maybe once. She didn't like it. And so she gave it to me. She said, "Here you go, Myron, have this. Just have it. It's a nice long frock for first nights." Because, for first nights for a run of performances, I used to dress up for it, whether I went out front or not. I always dressed up. Or, like a Wagner Society function or something like that. When it needed just a little bit of up the ante to look nice, I would invariably, after that, wear this. Now, I've had this dress for 40 years. Yep, I've had it 40 years. Haven't worn it for 30 years. So last night, because I've been thinking about this whole, that dreaded black frock, taking it in blah, 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 blah. I still think I want to do that, but remembering the design of this frock, it's sort of like comes in, sort of tailors down. And remembering the material, I've always kept it, always. My first night frocks have come and gone, but this one I hung on to. And last night, I thought to myself, I wonder, because that frock, it's stretchy. I wonder if I'll be able to get it on. Because getting it on with the widest part of the dress, not the issue, but the narrowest part of the dress might have been an issue. I saw there might have been an issue. So, well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? So, hubby's lying there in bed and trying to go to sleep while his wife is trying on frocks from 40 years ago. Because, on a whim, you just got to know. Can't go to bed until you know. Right? Right. So I put it on and I'm like, okay, let's stand up, see if we can get it over the old hips. And lo and behold, it was a struggle. It stretched a bit, but in terms of photographs, yeah. This little puppy's going to show you what's going on underneath the hood without actually going underneath the hood, if you know what I'm saying. I thought that using this particular frock while I'm priming might be a really good idea to see exactly what's going on physically and what it does to the body composition. I have taken the photographs this week with the standard black frock. When I start priming, there's going to be an extra photograph so that we can also see what's going on with the body while I'm priming, because even I'm curious. That being said, the first photograph is always going to be the dreaded black frock, right? Would you like to put your comments in the box below? When I've finished priming, would you like me to continue doing the weekly updated shot in this frock? And yes, I am going to show you. I mean, I look absolutely woeful in this thing, but from an experimental point of view for body composition, I think it's going to be a winner. It's going to show you what's going on, okay? I'm going to put that into the montage so that you can see this frock in action, so to speak. I'll just put front, side, back in one triptych, okay? But yeah, drop me a comment and let me know. Would you like the updated weekly photograph from this point on after I finish priming to be this blue frock? I would love to know what you think. I will do a tally, so start typing. So that being said, I've waffled on about this dress. Let's just cue the montage. So there you have it. I had a nice little loss. Up went the boobs. The waist went up a bit. The hips came down. I'm really curious to see what's going to be going on with those measurements. Not so much the weight loss or gain, what have you. Really curious to see what's going to happen to the body measurements when I start priming. That's going to be like fascinating. It's going to be fascinating to see exactly what goes on when you prime. Like I said, not scared. Not scared. My body's got a lot of healing to do, and I need to give it the best possible chance to do that. And I'm doing it without fear. I'm not scared. I'm just not scared. It's like a grand experiment. And at the end of the day, this lifestyle, it's here to stay. And whether it be OMAD, 2 mad, 3 mad, whatever, doesn't matter. I need to get all these little tools in my tool belt to carry me through until I slide in at the end of the day with no regrets. So without much further ado, I think I'll leave you in peace. Please be kind to those around you. Protect your peace. Don't take any crap. Serious. And be kind to yourself, even if, especially if that means a little bit of self-tough love. You are loved. You are appreciated. And regardless of what you think, you are enough. Until Thursday. Enjoy this part of the week. Bye for now.